Shirley,
Yes, so true.
Bishop Bernarine, my spiritual mother and father.
My God.
Greetings to Daddy George, the Lambises, Reverends, the teacher, the matron, the captain, shepherds, mothers, brothers, and sisters.
Oh, yes.
May God's grace and mercy be with you.
Praises.
We serve an awesome God.
My God.
Today is Confession Sunday,
My God.
and I want to tell you, this week has been a seesaw of ups and downs and so on.
My God.
And when Abbas mother called and said, well, you have something to say on the Just Walk of Faith this week, I was a bit hesitant.
Okay.
And then was maybe Friday night or the Saturday to the Saturday morning. I wasn't alone. And I think I called and I just tell her, you know what, I think maybe you should get somebody else to talk.
And you didn't get me.
I didn't get the answer,
You didn't get me.
which is strange. Usually always answers.
And I didn't get it to call him.
And so, having not got an answer, I said, you know what, let's deal with this. Let me talk. Let me listen. You know?
My God.
And so, in a low time, I can say to you that God is awesome.
Praises.
God.
Praises. All the time. He's awesome. He's awesome. My God.
From this lesson in particular, we can see why Peter was chosen to build the church.
My God.
See, Peter is a great Baptist. I know many of you will say John, but you know, Peter is the shepherd, so I have a little soft spot.
My God.
So Jesus chose Peter not so much because of his character, you know, rather for the strength of his faith. Peter knew that he was weak and that he had many flaws, but he also knew deep down that his refuge was of his strength, but the source of strength was not really him or in himself, but was rather a strength that came from a much higher power.
Praises.
Peter, therefore, the rock, perfect example for us today.
My God.
There's so much for ourselves. We see Peter, in his walk as being bold, brave, and powerful.
Oh, yes.
We also see Peter in that same walk, very shaky and very uncertain.
My God.
See Peter, you know, taking a leap of faith and boldly step out into the water.
Oh, yes.
But we see also Peter, timid, unsure, and uncertain when the doubt set in
Oh, yes.
and begins to draw. Minds us so much, you know, as Baptists, when we take that leap and we come to the water,
My God.
time that after we have come out to the water, we get a shine.
Oh, yes.
We see a luster. And we feel as if we can conquer the world.
True.
You know, we can take it on.
Oh, yes.
But to see Peter, when faced with danger, turned to who? He turned to Jesus.
True.
And he said, Lord, save me.
My God.
You know? He was a strong swimmer. He was a fisherman.
True.
That's their work.
Oh, yes.
They could have dealt with it.
Yes, that's right.
But he didn't lean onto his own understanding. He turned to Jesus.
Praises.
So, a particular thing that we see here is something called doubt. And what is doubt? The feeling of uncertainty about something. You're uncertain sometimes about how good something is, or how true it is.
Oh, yes.
Peter wondered if whom they were seeing on that water was in fact Jesus the Christ and not something else,
Oh, yes.
something dark or something ominous.
My God.
And the question that was asked, is it really you?
If it's you, tell me, come on.
And what does it do? Jesus says, come.
My God.
So in that, I remember a particular part in the song that says, come to the Father.
My God.
Be the glory, great things he had done. But the part I remember is in the refrain that says, oh, come to the Father through Jesus the Son,
So truly,
and give him the glory, great
great
things he
things
has
he
done.
has done. Truly. It's the
Says
the
to
glory.
Peter, come in the raging waters, you will not drown. So Peter, he has the confidence. He knows that Jesus' power comes from the divine and that it will sustain him as he takes his walk. So he walks out into the water.
Yeah.
But what happens is that doubt sets in,
My God.
and that while he's enjoying that time as being in the Spirit, it starts to fade away.
Oh, yes.
Doubt, my brothers and sisters, is a weapon.
True.
It is a very favorite weapon of the dark one, the evil one, the devil.
My God.
He takes it and he sows seeds of doubt. He has been using it ever since the dawn of time.
My God.
He used it against Eve,
Oh, yes.
wasn't with sin,
Oh, yes.
which we continue to pay to this day. He used it against Adam.
My God.
He said, did God really say so and so? Did he really mean you can't?
My God.
You don't really believe that, do you? These are words that we are very familiar with. He even went so far to try it on Jesus,
True.
on the
Oh,
mount.
yes. To give him his.
He said, if thou be the Son of God,
Yeah.
Yes, doubt again.
trying to bring doubt or to plant the seeds of doubt
Oh,
that
yes.
Jesus is in fact the Son of God.
Oh, Jesus.
Another example of this very powerful weapon of doubt is when we have tragedies, or when we have tragedies in the form
Oh,
of
yes.
COVID-19,
True.
and also when we have things like when maybe a child gets killed,
Oh, yes.
something
Yeah.
of that manner happens. We as Christians are asked the question, how can your Christian God, how can your spiritual Baptist God allow or cause such a thing to happen?
My God.
And what do we do? What happens to us is that we have doubt then when those things are placed to us, questions about the love and mercy of God. My brothers and sisters, as we walk, just as Peter walked, chances could become very, very frightening.
My God.
And lots of fears. And what happens within ourselves is that we have anxieties,
My God.
which can bring out all kinds of things. So when company call you this week, last week, or next week, and tell you, here we go. You see, because of this COVID thing, you have to reduce the size of the company.
My God.
Or they tell you, hey, what going on? You have to take half pay on from now.
My
And you have mortgage to pay. And you have children to send to
And
school.
you can't pay half the mortgage.
But to call and say, hey, what going on? Just come back. And report they're looking so good. Think it's time for you to call the family, put things in order. Or you get a letter, and they're telling you, hey, what going on? We suing you. Because you say so and so and so.
My God.
These things can become very devastating.
Oh, yes.
But but it also causes something else to happen. It causes us to concentrate on that and not concentrate on Jesus.
My God. So true.
Right? So the fear comes in and it reigns. Faith goes out.
Oh, yes.
As spiritual Baptists, our responsibilities is to prepare all of us
My God.
for the battles that we will face and have to
Yes.
face.
Truly.
And Jesus was preparing the disciples for just that. That time, those episodes, prepared them for even more to come.
My God.
He knew that his death on the cross was imminent.
Oh, yes.
And he was preparing so that they will understand and that they will be able to continue even in his absence.
My God.
Our weapons that we have to counter evil, they are not physical things,
My God.
they are spiritual. And it's important that we become prepared, ready. Because the very foundations of our church is being shaken. But we have to trust and know that the Lord is always near to be there with us through thick and thin. Where is the evidence that you see?
My God.
The evidence was when Jesus stretched out his hand and caught Peter.
Oh, yes.
And again, when they were in the boat and the sea became calm and the stormy wind ceased. That is the evidence. Additionally, it is as it says in Psalm 46. God is our refuge and strength,
Oh, yes.
our very present in help in times of trouble.
My God.
However, we cannot compromise the word of God.
Truly.
The word of God is true. As Baptists, let us count on the word of God.
My God.
Always. Oh, that we can win over evil by our own power and might.
My God.
Is not. We must fight with the word and in the name of Jesus.
Oh, yes, Lord.
Just Jesus must be our shout.
My God.
Lord God, our only God, our ever-living God,
My
must
God.
be our cry.
Oh, yes, Lord.
Brethren, let us use our fears to build our faith.
True.
Let us not be slaves to our own feeling and our own senses.
My God.
That sense of sight, that sense that we depend on when we taste, that sense of touch, and those sense of sound and smell.
Oh, yes, Lord.
Those things, and many oftentimes, they can lead us wrong.
True.
We can't always base our decisions on seeing.
True. True, true.
Faith is in the unseen,
Oh, yes.
but that's the living God and Father. Let's trust in the goodness of God's grace and love for us, His children. Even when we cannot see His hand in it.
My God.
Amen and amen. Thank you. God's blessings to you always.
Praise.
Over to you, Mark.